Hello everyone, a very warm greetings from MES Garware College of Commerce. I, Shritesh Bokde, welcome you all to this interview regarding International Quality Assurance Cell of College. So, for today's video, we are having Dr. Smita Vadaskar ma'am, coordinator of IQSC. Ma'am holds the designation of professor with a MCom, B.Ed, MPhil and PhD with a specialization in accountancy and area of research in marketing. Ma'am has 14 years of junior college experience from Symbiosis Junior College and 20 plus years of experience in MES Garware College of Commerce and has published a book on business administration. Ma'am inspires and motivates students to pursue excellence in both academics and personal growth. So, we welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can you please tell us about IQAC?
Yeah. IQAC is the internal quality assurance cell of the college, and in our college, IQAC was established in 2004. It is a post NAC accreditation initiative of the college.
Okay, ma'am.
So, uh, this IQAC cell was established after the first cycle of NAC in the year 2004.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, what is NAC and what is NAC cycle?
Yes. So NAC basically is the National Assessment and Accreditation Council of India. Basically, it is an autonomous body, and it was established in 1994 by the UGC, University Grants Commission. And the purpose of this NAC is to bring about uh, quality sustenance measures in the college for quality improvement and in the best interest of the students and the institution. So, the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, when we say council, it obviously is a group of certain senior academicians, administrators, and all these experts, academicians, administrators, they have come together for the sole objective uh, of having improvements in the present education system. Uh, and while doing all these things, they have certain parameters, what we call as criteria, as to on what basis the quality of education should consist of. And according to them, these seven criteria, what we call as, so they judge the all-round development of an institution or of a college, because the whole purpose of the education system is to bring into existence good citizens who are knowledgeable, who are able to uh, think creatively, who are able to take good decisions, who are able to rather make decision making in whatever sphere and aspects of their life. This being the primary objective, what NAC has done is it has framed certain parameters uh, on which it makes the assessment of the colleges. And these parameters basically are relating to the curriculum, first of all, curriculum, because that is the main thing which is being delivered to the students. So it has named it as curricular aspects. So I'm just telling you, uh, in simple words, curricular aspects is the curriculum which is framed either by the university or by the college. Now, our college, by virtue of being autonomous, we got our autonomy in 2021. And because we are an autonomous college, we frame our own curriculum. So, when the NAC assesses the college based on this criteria one of curricular aspects, uh, it assesses basically whether the curriculum prepared is as per the demand of the industry, as per what the student should be getting, as per whether the student will be able to be employable after getting his graduation or post graduation. So these curricular aspect, it assesses whether the curriculum is updated, whether the student is able to grasp the contents of the curriculum, and whether the teacher also is able to deliver to the students according to their capacity. So this is criteria 1. Then we have criteria 2, which is related to the teaching, learning and evaluation. So because these three items go hand in hand when a student passes out as a graduate or as a postgraduate. So as I just told you, that he should be a good citizen, he should be able to take good decisions, he should be knowledgeable as far as his graduation and post-graduation is concerned. And hence all these three aspects are interlinked. So basically, in teaching, it includes what type of teaching is being done, what is the methodology of teaching which is being practiced in the college, whether the students are made a participant in the teaching learning process, whether they actively participate in the teaching learning process, whether they are able to exactly get the conceptualization what the teacher delivers. Uh, and for this purpose, what NAC has done is, NAC says that every teacher must prepare a teaching plan.
Okay.
So this teaching process, it starts with preparation of the teaching plan. So what planning has been done at the teacher's end to make the teaching interesting, to make the teaching deliverable to the students. This also depends upon how the student is grasping whatever the teacher is telling him. So how the learning is taking place.
Okay.
Now, as per NAC, the learning has to be a very active process, because if it is passive process, then the knowledge would remain with the student for a very temporary period of time. And therefore, for this active learning, the knowledge should be able to be applied by the student. Whatever knowledge is taken by the student, he should be able to apply it in the latter course of his life. So teaching, learning and evaluation. Of course, evaluation is the examination system.
Yes,
Just as this interview is being conducted to ask questions and to get the answers.
yes, ma'am.
Similarly, in the evaluation, what type of exams are being conducted by the college? What type of internal exams, external exams, whether they are written exams, whether they are practical exams, whether it is the form of the project work, so on and so forth. So this is the second criteria on which NAC assesses the performance of the college. How is the teaching? How is the learning? How is the evaluation? Whether it is in tune with what NAC has designed.
Okay.
Then we have the third criteria, which is relating to the research being done in the college, the innovations carried out in the college, and the consultancy which is provided by the college. As per the new education policy 2020 now also, research is being emphasized, and perhaps for that reason, NAC also wants the new education system to be research oriented. So basically, research is nothing but the questions which come to your mind, the answers which you are in search of.
Yes, ma'am.
So what the college is doing to enhance or to make research interesting to the students. So whether it is undertaking some research projects, whether it is undertaking some research competitions for the students. So if you know, we hold a national level students research competition.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is through this research that students are equipped with the research skills.
Yes.
Of course, we do have the research methodology as a subject in our syllabus, and how to do research, or what is research, on what research has to be done.
Yes.
So all these aspects are covered in this research. The next is innovation. So NAC expects that there should be an ecosystem of innovation carried out in the college. For example, we have various projects which we are taking at present. We have, if you remember, we have a e-cell.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is through this e-cell that the students come out with some innovative ideas.
Yes.
Now, conducting an interview of the teachers is itself an innovative concept.
Yes, ma'am.
what after all, what is innovation is that whatever has not been done till now and you do it with a purpose, so that is innovation. So what college is doing for an innovative ecosystem of the college, okay, because as the student changes every year, we have new students,
Yes, ma'am.
and each time the students are admitted in the college, there is some or the other innovation which is there because the
Yes.
students are new, and hence the ecosystem also is required to be innovative. We are required to bring in changes because we cannot give the old things to the new students.
Yes, ma'am.
So in this way, NAC assesses what type of innovations are being carried out in the college and what type of consultancy is being taken up by the college. I'll give you a small example. For example, during the COVID time, okay, we had all the online system of education.
Yes, ma'am.
So nobody was expected to go out of the house, forget about attending the lectures and all these things. So again, at that time, we had the Google Meet or through this
Zoom
Google
also.
services, Zoom. We had the lectures which were delivered and students used to understand.
Yes.
At that time, an important thing happened, and that is we had some recruitment in the Janta Sahkari Bank. And Janta Sahkari Bank officials were sort of, they did not know how to conduct the recruitments in the times of COVID. So they came up to us. They came up to us and they asked us as to how we can conduct the recruitment, the selection of the candidates in our banks. So at that time, we were just doing all this online education, online conduct of lectures, online examinations, online admission, all the processes were online. So this was a type of consultancy
Yes, ma'am.
which we gave to this Janta Sahkari Bank. So what college is doing for consultancy? Because consultancy requires expertise
Yes, ma'am.
to be given.
Yes, ma'am.
So NAC assesses what research is done, what innovations are carried out, what consultancy is being given by the college to the society or to the ones who require it. So that
Yes.
is the third criteria on which the NAC assesses. The fourth criteria on which the NAC assesses the performance of the college is what type of infrastructure and facilities a college gives to the students.
Yes, ma'am.
Because college is not just academics.
Yes.
And now what students expect is going beyond academics.
Yes.
So beyond academics would mean what type of extra activities are given to the students. So every year we have various curricular and extracurricular activities. Just as you know, you have the cultural department,
Yes, ma'am.
we have the sports department,
Yes.
we have the National Cadet Corps department, we have the National Service Scheme department.
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the activities besides academics in
Yes.
which students are interested. So for all these activities which are run by the college, we need a very strong infrastructure. Without infrastructure, we cannot go into all these things. Now, when we say infrastructure, which is a huge word, we mean what are the equipments in the college, the buildings of the college, the classroom of the college. We have the washroom of the college, we have the lift, we have the staircase. Okay.
Yes.
So all these are the infrastructural facilities which are made available by the college for whom? For the students, for the teachers, for all those people who come to the college.
Okay, ma'am.
So NAC assesses what type of infrastructure is there. Infrastructure also includes the various equipments which are there for utilization. For example, we have the computer lab.
Yes.
Yes. We have the examination hall.
Yes.
Yes. We have certain infrastructure facilities for the disabled students, what we call as special students.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have special washrooms for them. We have ramps for them,
Yes.
right? So on these small points, NAC assesses, because NAC says that students, when they come to the college, they have to first be comfortable.
Yes.
And if these activities, equipments, infrastructure, if it is in place, students will like all these things.
Yes.
So these are the a few minimum things which the students must be given so that they enjoy academics, they enjoy activities in the college. So NAC assesses what is the infrastructure of the college, what are the learning resources which are made available to the students.
Yes.
Are the resources made available to the students? Are the students happy? Can the students use it?
Yes.
So that is the fourth criteria on which NAC assesses the performance of the college. The fifth criteria is what type of support is given to the students. What type of support? For example, the students which come to the college are from different, what we call as different parental income background.
Yes.
So some parents are in a position where they cannot afford all these things, perhaps. Or there are students categories.
Yes.
We call them as open category. We
Yes.
call them as OBC. We call them
Yes.
as SC. We call them as ST. So on and so forth. So government provides certain concession to these students, certain scholarships, certain freeships. So this is student support. Okay. So what type of support is provided through the government agencies by the college? Okay. Next is we have certain departments in the college which equip the student with the skills.
Yes.
For example, we have a very strong department in our college called as the Competitive Examination Center,
Yes, ma'am.
right? And presently, if you see, there are various competitive exams which are being conducted. For example, we have for the professional courses also, for the CA, CS, CWA, we have certain competitive exams. Even for the MPSC and the UPSC, the Maharashtra Public Service Commission, the Union Public Service Commission, where the government recruitment takes place, there are competitive exams.
Yes.
So through this competitive examination center, students are equipped with the skills which are required to face the competitive exams.
Yes.
So this is student support.
Yes.
We have the E-Cell. So
Yes.
what E-Cell does is it equips the students with the necessary entrepreneurial skills or the necessary motivation which is required,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So what is the student support which is there in the college? Okay. NAC also asks us what is the progression of the students? Okay, so the student has finished his BBA, student has finished his BCom. What after that? What is the student progressing his education, or has the student put a full stop to his education? NAC wants to know,
Yes.
because education is power,
Yes.
right? And as Swami Vivekananda also has rightly said, that only education and education will enable you to be a good citizen, to be a good decision maker, to earn your livelihood for yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And hence, NAC wants to know after graduation at the college level, how is the student progressing, whether he is doing his post-graduation, whether he is self-employed, whether he is in employment, what type of education is being taken by the student. So college needs to tell NAC how the college keeps the data of all these students. How do
Yes.
they know where our student has been going after graduation, whether he's going to the IIM to do his management course, or whether he's studying for his UPSC, MPSC exams,
Yes.
or whether he's doing his chartered accountancy, CA, CS, CWA courses. So that is the parameter, student support and progression. Then the sixth parameter we have on which NAC assesses the performance of the college is what is the governance of the college, what is the leadership of the college, and what is the management of the college. Because good governance is the key to all these things.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after all, governance is nothing but how the
Management.
various affairs of the college, activities of the college are managed, what type of leadership is there in the college. You have the
Yes.
various styles of leadership, you have theories of leadership.
Yes.
So what type of leadership and how is this leadership effective?
Yes.
Is it efficient? Is it effective? So there are various questions on this governance, leadership to judge whether the college is being governed, who governs the college, how it is governed, what type of leadership is provided, and ultimately what is the management of the college.
Yes.
Just as our college, it is managed by the Maharashtra Education Society,
Yes.
right? We have a governing board.
Yes.
We have two important committees called as the College Advisory Committee, CAC, and we have the College Development Committee. So these two important committees, uh, uh, we have meetings with all these committees, and through these meetings we let them know what our action plans are,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
our activities are, and
Yes,
we get approval. We have the budgeting also for this, because finance is the key aspect which is required. So that is the sixth criteria. And the seventh criteria is, of course, what are the best practices, what are the institutional values that an institution inculcates among the students. So these are the 7 parameters or criteria on which NAC assesses the performance of the college.
In short, NAC cycle is very important for a college.
Yes, and every after 5 years, NAC makes an assessment of the college.
Okay.
So a 5 years time span is there, and we have completed 3 cycles of NAC. Very
Yes.
glad to tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
And every year is a progressive year for us.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, how does IQAC functions and how IQAC is beneficial?
Yes. So, as I have told you that IQAC, NAC has a very holistic view of bringing about quality in the education system.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a very noble task. Rather, teaching is a very noble task. And hence, whatever NAC is doing presently, to see to it that there are certain quality initiatives which are taken by the college, they are sustained by the college in the best interest of the students.
Yes, ma'am.
I also told you that we as a college, we faced our first NAC in the year 2004.
Yes, ma'am.
And till now, we have completed our 3
Three
cycles.
cycles.
And whatever grades we have received from NAC, they were always in progression.
Yes.
For example, during the first cycle, we got a B plus grade, then we got a A grade. Then the third time also we got A grade, but with a higher CGPA.
Yes, ma'am.
And we were going to face the fourth cycle of NAC in the year 2021. But at that time, college as a whole decided that we would go in for the autonomy,
Yes, ma'am.
and hence we were honored with the college autonomy by the UGC, by the SPPU. And hence we were exempted from the NAC process.
Okay, ma'am.
So, your question, which says what are the functions of NAC or what are the benefits that the college and the students obtains from this IQAC, from this NAC. Basically, it is a question of the quality education which is
Yes,
being
ma'am.
given. And now, what thrives or what successes is nothing but quality.
Yes.
Because if there is quality, there is interest which is preserved in it, and it will thrive for a long time. So, with this view, IQAC, the Internal Quality Assurance Cell, it organizes various activities to see that we have the quality initiatives, we have the quality sustenance. For example, what we do is, as I told you, the 7 parameters of NAC,
Yes,
and the questions which are asked by NAC through these 7 criteria. What we do is, keeping aside these 7 questions, what best we can offer to the students through our curriculum, through our infrastructure, what best we can give to our students through our classrooms, through our labs. We are always thinking about that,
Yes,
through
ma'am.
our exams,
Yes, ma'am.
so that each student which graduates out of this college is equipped with the necessary skills to face the world,
Yes.
to take decisions on his own, and be a good citizen of the country. So that is our sole objective. And hence, we organize various activities for the students. Now, these activities are sort of compartmentalized into various departments or committees.
Yes, ma'am.
So, college as a whole, we have got certain academic committees, we have certain curricular committees,
Yes.
co-curricular activities, and all these things. And each committee is headed by a teacher in charge with a few members to assist the in charge. And of course, we have the student volunteers.
Yes, ma'am.
Because students are involved. When students are involved in the process, the activity becomes more interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
So we function through these various committees, there are on an average 30 to 35 committees which are functioning in the college.
Yes, ma'am.
So how the students benefits is that, as I just told you, that we don't just stress on academics, but we have the curricular and the co-curricular activities which prove interesting to the students. And we have got various examples and activities where students have won laurels for the college.
Yes, ma'am.
So when the student wins something, when he gets a grade, when he gets some prize, some memento from the other institution, from the institution, we say that whatever we have delivered has become an ultimate success.
Yes.
Because as there is a tagline of Kesari Travels, that we want to bring a smile on each customer's
Yes.
face. So similarly, we as a college, we feel that every student who steps out of the college, steps out with good memories, steps out with knowledge, is equipped with the necessary knowledge, with the necessary skills. So these are the benefits which the institution gets. Institution does not succeed only by itself.
Yes.
So these all activities have to be simultaneously performed with the involvement of the teachers, the administrators, the office, and the students, basically.
Yes, ma'am.
So all of us together, I can say that we are IQAC of the college.
Yes.
We are the ones who have to keep the internal quality assurance cell of the college as it is.
Yes, ma'am.
And after all, whatever we do is reflected on our college website.
Yes, ma'am.
So website is like a mirror of the college.
Yes.
And you students, you, I think, if not every day, but at least 2 to 3 days, after every 2 to 3 days, you see the website.
Yes,
Not
we
only
check
you,
it out.
but we have the various stakeholders, your parents, or we have the other students who are continuously on the watch
Yes,
of
ma'am.
our website.
Yes.
What is the college doing? In fact, students take admission to the college based on what is the review process of this website.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that are the benefits what the IQAC is passing on to the college.
On behalf of MES Garware College of Commerce, I thank you, ma'am. We have a very quality information about IQSC, and we are very happy to have you on the board. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching the video till end. If you have got the information about IQSC and why NAC cycle is important, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment down your queries. Thank you.